we ask our listeners to send in their business problems, and myself and our guests will try and answer them. So this week, it's come from Mary Higgins. Mary says, I'm keen to develop my management team's skill set. What areas do I need to look at in terms of leadership training? So I'll have a go at this first, and then Andrew, you can have a go at it. I have to say this is a huge topic, and it depends on the business sector, all that sort of thing. But I think conceptually, there are certain things, as you get promoted into management, that you have to do that you don't do maybe in your previous job or role. And they're the areas that I think need most training, are things like delegation, building trust and respect, being able to coach and develop people under you, which previously maybe you haven't done as a leader. Basic communication skills. There are a lot of managers I see out there who do not have those basic communication skills. And then you've got broader things like time management. It's not, if you're a leader of a team, you're not just doing your job, you're spending time helping other people do their jobs as well. And all of those things, I think, build into leadership and management. As I say, huge topic. Andrew, your thoughts?
I think when you employ a person, you employ all of them in terms of the good and the bad, and it's helping to encourage someone who's just coming into leadership to think about their professional development and skills that they need to work on. And I would always say there's the sort of tasks that you expect them to do as their job, whatever their job might be. But there's also a section that gets often left to the end, sort of personal development and things to improve on. And I think that needs to be incorporated or integrated within the job description. Just sort of say, we can't be good at everything. Here's something that I've not learned before, so I need more skills. I need enhancement. I need some training on it, and that can happen internally or it can happen externally. And what I tend to do is say to my staff, let's look at 3 areas where you need to bolster some skills. Now that could be sending them on a training course. Great. If you've got a training budget, that's good. If you haven't got a training budget and you're thinking, I'm in the centre of Leeds and I need to send them on a first aid course, we do lots of training in Leeds Bid. We have an Eventbrite page for businesses who pay the levy, and those businesses define some of those training and say, Andrew, can you put a course on at the moment, conflict management for the hospitality sector? So we did that, 40 people turn up. So again, people can get in touch and say, this would be really good for our sector. Can you put that training on for us? The other area is about, for leadership, is taking your staff out of their business and putting them in somewhere else. Now that can be a sort of buddy. So find someone else within another business who isn't a threat or a competitor, who you can just meet up with. Now, some banks do this in terms of like a business development person, which is quite good for your financial stuff. But sometimes it's just having that external coach. There's lots of different free and paid for services out there, but it could be just doing a networking event. And I say, Phil, do you want to meet up for lunch every so often? Because I'm really not into the media stuff and I want to learn about that. And you're saying, oh, Andrew, I want to learn about city centre business. So it doesn't always have to be wrapped up in formalities. But I often then encourage some of my staff, and I think, again, back to the environmental social governance, where some organisations say, right, go and sit on a board, be a school governor, be, once a quarter, go and sit on a charity board or something like that, or help with a school. I think there's lots of skills there that can give your staff a boost, which don't actually cost anything. But you can give a bit of time and you think, well, that's going to help that particular individual develop their leadership skills. So I think there's an element of paid for stuff. There's a lot of free stuff out there. There's some sort of peer-to-peer stuff. And then there's some external things that I think businesses can do. And I think sometimes it's just asking and being in the right circles to ask as well sometimes. But we've got social media and LinkedIn and things like that. There often I see lots of opportunities for non-executive directors and opportunities to get into different industries. Yeah, selfishly, people think, well, I'm there because I want to get something out of that, or maybe promote my business. But sometimes it's about making those connections, which can go a long way, and doing something, back to our previous point, a bit more creatively than what others might be doing. So you sort of think, maybe start something new for your particular industry or sector.
There's some great stuff in there, Andrew. That's you've mentioned it a few times now, thinking creatively. There's some great areas where people can get leadership training, and I'm using speech marks there, that isn't training, as it were. So that's some great advice. Mary, I hope that helped. And if anybody else has got a business problem they want solving by me and a future guest, drop me an email at phil@leadsbusinesspodcast.com, and we'll try and solve it for you.